Alright, hopefully you can get a Dragoon. Hello everyone. I have had kind of a crazy day today. Oh, we can start it! I'm ready to be a dragoon. Great, and assisting an old friend. I dare say you might just be the right woman for the job. The god has urgent need of a capable answer to the mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out, if you will. See the word that an Ishgardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I would have you go provide that aid. As we already know, due to her ongoing conflict with dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed outside for some time. The occasional Dragoon on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligations to her allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offered to dispatch a contingent of wood white whalers with all haste, but we were politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. They later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance. If it's a description save adventurers, secrecy being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need to know will be availed at the rendezvous. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Alberic will see you upon arrival. Yes! Yes! How do I go there? Oh, I gotta... Hold on. Blackshroud? Corythus. Isn't that where I am? I feel like I've been there. That's a... Sorry, Matanier. I have to see you later, loser. Nerd. Yeah, so today... first of all, yesterday, I had my first root canal. Pleasant. And I had my last and third interview for a job, and I got the job. Great, right? I got this. Fun. Yay! Today I went to go get the COVID test to get to the job. My car got backed into. And I would say mostly wasn't my fault, but who knows what'll happen with what happens with the you know. With the insurance claim. I hope all goes well. I hope everyone tells the truth. Most likely scenario, we're both going to be at fault, and that's fine. But if they try and find me at fault, I'm gonna get... Yeah, that's not too well. We at least both backed into each other, if memory serves right. I think this is the way. go this way, and then go left, and then go out there. Ooh, oh baby. Ah. What's this for? Use the planks to do return dirt work in too deep. Oh, it's that fucking one. Oh yeah, by the way, in 30 minutes I'm gonna have to check the laundry, so I will have to stop for a moment. I'm gonna be joining on Discord in case people want to join me and talk with me. Alright, so... Central Highlands, is that it? That's Corythus, right?
Hello.
Hey, Loner, how you doing?
I'm alright, how about you?
Yeah, like I said, I had a crazy day.
Uh,
I think
How crazy?
I already posted, I got my car backed into.
Oof.
And the car works and all that, but you know, you got to repair it.
You can get the information of the other person.
Yes, I did. That's what I immediately did afterwards.
Okay.
So as long as they hold up their end and actually tell the truth, everything should be fine.
Okay.
But
Just, you know, prepare to be disappointed just in case.
yeah. But because of that, my car's a bit out of commission, so luckily the job I just landed are willing to push my orientation back a bit until I get my car back.
That's good.
Yeah, it's very nice of them. I was thinking after dinner I might try out the Scarlet Nexus demo in case you guys wanted to watch.
Sure.
Think you were interested in that a bit?
A bit. I want to know how it plays.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm worried about is if the game doesn't have, like, what's the best way of saying it? That, like, I saw in the demo we can link, like, abilities and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm worried that that's all there is. Like, you're not going to get new moves or combos or anything. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
From what I've heard of other people who've pitched the demo, there is more than that. But we'll have to see for ourselves.
Yeah. Because there are games that are, like, similar to that, but they don't change the core combat. And I would probably not like that. Like, nothing is worse in, like, an action game than boring combat, or combat that eventually gets boring.
One of the least favorite things I see in a game with action is the same two-hit combo.
Yeah.
So I don't like...
Because when I saw it, people thought, you know, anime, you know, was a Code Vein Devil May Cry. So, hopefully you can get it as crazy.
Astral Chain, which is a fun game. But I hope it's better than Astral Chain. One step up it already has over Astral Chain as it has characters with personalities.
And weird cutscenes.
Weird cutscenes, but I guess budget, all that. Streaming the game, by the way, if you want to watch.
Oh, you're doing it now?
No. I'm doing Final Fantasy.
Well, I was about to start up Star Wars myself.
Ah.
Yeah, because I transferred to, well, not transfer, but I also starting on another, what's it called, server.
Yeah.
Because Gandalf is in the UK server, so I decided to go there as well. So.
Oh, he's British.
As a, yeah. Well, he's from Greenland.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He was affected by, you know, thousands upon thousands of earthquakes not too long ago.
Yo, did Greenland have a lot of earthquakes recently?
Yeah, there's apparently there's a new volcano either forming or something
Oh, that's not good.
to that. So, you know, that's gonna take many, many, many years. But there's microquakes that started.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. Hey, it's microquakes. Like it's just like tiny little shakes that just are constant. So he's fine, and unless he stays there for like the next 500 years, I don't think he's ever going to see that volcano when it eventually comes out.
Oh, you never know.
It's true. Probably gonna get water in a moment, but water.
I'm right now in an area that is over my level a bit.
How much a bit?
Like a 4 or 5.
Like 200 levels?
Yeah, like 200 levels. I got my chocobo.
Yeah. Chocobo.
Greetings and well met. I am Sir Alberic Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you and for your aid.
You're full of bullshit.
Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The Eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen. We have reason to believe the culprit has come this way, so it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Estinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Aye, you heard true. The kind was reserved for one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. That's right, we're gonna make him watch the Madhouse Devil May Cry anime.
No, please.
I use the sea afford me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I saw that a sentry by the name of Logdenral might have knowledge of routes oft taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I would prefer to keep my identity secret, and thus would have you gather information you can from the man. Let's I quickly, for you see, Estinian is... But I have already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief in the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Estinian was clad in black armor. Now go and speak not a word of what I have told you to anyone. Not even the person you told me to tell it to?
Especially them.
Alright. Whatever your name. Logdenral. It's fair Ishgardian fugitives? No, that's a question I hear every day. You aren't plotting some unsavory act yourself, are you? Even if you are, I doubt you'd make it far. Any road. You caught a few fleeing to the North Shroud, while with Gridania being home to nearly as many Elysian as Ishgard, it is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to visit Laurentel's spire in the North Shroud and speak with a man named Idriston. If any suspicious persons have crossed the border in recent days, he'd be the first to know.
Fire.
This is a quest that'll get me to Dragoon. So I can finally jump.
Nice, you're gonna be Dragoon?
Yeah.
Nice. I do know Craze told me that either Dragoon or like a Dark Knight, I think he said are the two that I would like the most.
Huh. Yeah, Dark Knight's pretty... I mean, probably because Dark Knight is basically just guts.
Longsword. Oh, is it guts? Then yes.
That's what everyone dressed up as when Kentaro Miura died. They dressed up as in their Dark Knight classes and stood with their swords on the ground.
Still can't believe he's gone.
Yeah, It's rough. How old is he? He was like 50.
Yeah.
Interesting, I've talked to you before. Yeah, adventurer, yes, I am the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Corthus. An Asgardian knight clad in black armor? No, I recall nothing of the sort, and such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, friend. I can only suggest that you return to Lagadenra and see if he has any other theories.
The game no.
No. Oh, also yesterday, had my first root canal.
Oh, congratulations. How'd that go?
Well, they put me on so many anesthesia that I barely felt it.
Oh, where's the fun in that? I mean, I'm glad you're okay.
It came to a point where it's like, okay, so I feel little pain. I feel a little pain, but I'm really done with you sticking needles in my mouth, so just keep going. Just do it.
Do it, coward.
But I'm glad it's over, so my tooth feels better.
Well, at least there's that.
Even my gums felt like they've been punched a million times.
Yeah, well, that's just how it be.
You ever had one?
Root canal? Hell no.
No?
I take care of my teeth, and well, not lately, but who knows? One day, I might have to get 2 root canals, 3 if I'm lucky. And I brace the pain.
Sir, why are you refusing the anesthesia? I embrace the pain.
No, I don't think you understand. This will most likely make you pass out from the pain. Maybe a little anesthesia. No. You already said no, sir.
What?
In fact, we're gonna give you anti-anesthesia where you feel more.
And in fact, we're gonna use the more archaic tools that were used
back in the day.
Back in the
See,
day.
This is a hand crank drill.
Oh god.
Still rusty.
So let's hope it doesn't get into your bloodstream, okay?
We also don't clean it before between uses either. Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry.
I have to examine a campfire. Yeah, but already I'm thinking of what other classes I might want to do. Archer actually looks pretty cool because there's a move where they shoot an arrow and a bunch of arrows come out of it and like just surround the target. I also might want to go for Gunbreaker.
That's a hell of a name.
It's literally basically just a gun user. And they use gun blades.
Of course they do.
How would you like it if I threw my lance at your ass? Oh, they don't like it. I mean, other good news, I'm COVID negative, so.
Well, that's good.
I had to get tested for the job.
Oh, okay.
Like, they knew I even told them, yeah, I've been vaccinated. Like, okay, well, still, should just have to do the test anyway.
Yeah. Some people still can catch it, even after the vaccine.
And luckily, They don't use the same method they used to use in COVID testing, where they just stuck it until it touched your brain or something.
God, yeah.
It's just a very aggressive swabbing of the nose that made me sneeze.
Sir, please, I'm gonna have to ask you not to sneeze. Oh, okay. Stop shoving shit up my nose.
Oh my god, a Dragoon! Yet Ishgard would resort to sending coin-starved adventurers after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. They look pretty cool, my dude. The eye it rouses for another?
Oh my.
Preposterous. Our path shall cross again, you can be sure of it. No, just let me be a dragon. Wait, where are you going? Well, that boy can jump. And he seemed pretty white, so that's kind of impressive. A dragoon clad in black, you say? Tell me all that transpired. Well, I beat his ass. No, you didn't.
You just...
What was it?
never mind.
What, too dumb?
I was gonna... Yeah, well, yeah. It's like, is this in bad taste? You know what? No, but I'm still not gonna say it. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water.
Water?
Yep.
Alright. There's an answer to see an exclamation is in order. The eye is no ordinary relic. It harbors the power of the dragon, which it bestows upon a single chosen soul, the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed of the power to fight our mortal foes. The dragons of Dravania, on equal footing, soaring in the firmaments as if it were an extension of the land. That man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragoon is a light of hope for all Ishgardians and the paragon of all dragoons. For this reason, you may imagine how it pains me to have to confess that the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Sinian's misdeeds, and mean to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye, but I cannot do this alone. I require your help for you, who have received the power of the dragon. You may labor to believe it, but can be no mistake. The soul of the dragon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are the chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is the why of it. Never before in Ishgard's long history has the eye of it roused to more than one individual in a single generation, but it avails us not to cudgel our brains about it. The fact of the matter is that you are now a vessel for the power of the dragon. The dragon lies yet in slumber, however, and you must needs possess the means to wake it. The soul of the dragoon. I would entrust you with mine, Freya. Like Sinian, I once ruled disguised as the Azure Dragoon, although that power has since become lost to me. It was simply by force of habit that I have hitherto kept the soul upon a person. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seen fit to choose a second, an outsider at that. Yet one thing is clear. None can challenge the Azure Dragoon, none can challenge Azure and conceivably prevail or slave another Azure Dragoon. You are our only hope of bringing Estinian justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. I may be a Dragoon no more. When all I have, I shall gladly impart to you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, not less than complete mastery over the power of the dragon will avail you. That a perished road lies ahead of you, I shall not deny. Knowing this, if you would still lend me your lance, will teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young Dragoon. Rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. This Dragoon quest will be available forever upon reaching level 35. Jump! That's for Dragoon! Dragoon is alive! dragon grows stronger! Obtain a soul crystal. Soul crystals are required to change for your creatures. My god. Oh, yeah. Oh shit, I didn't even look at all of it. Damn it. What's wrong with me? I'm a bitch. Jobs.
I'm back.
Hello. While using a job, you will have limited access to actions from other classes. You will, however, have the access to new job-specific actions. Job level and attribute bonuses can coincide with those of the base class. As the job level rises, so too does the level of the base class. And
Well,
vice
no
versa.
way.
Alright, time to become Dragoon. It is my turn. Am I ready, Dragoon? No, I'm not. I am Dragoon now. That makes me cooler. Can't wait to get to the point where I can actually start looking good. I mean, my outfit looks fine, but could look better.
Yay.
Yay.
Ow, damn, dude, you didn't have to kill me that hard.
What happened?
Is that like a silly side quest that has me insult a guy?
Uh-huh.
They want him to make a mistake, I think is what the quest was.
Oh.
So my character, so it's like light side, part of the conversation. It's like, be careful, you can handle me, and he responds, you don't look like you can handle a gentle breeze. It's like, damn, dude, you didn't have to kill me that hard.
Oh wow, they screwed up everything in my hot bar.
They screwed up.
Yeah, oh my god, there's so many new moves. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure everything out again. Let's see. Sure thrust. Yeah, that's where it needs to be. Yeah, that's where it needs to be. Let's put disembowel back where it needs to be. I guess I don't really need the healing move anymore since it doesn't even do that much healing in the first place. Norton, I don't care.
Norton!
Norton! Norton! Leg sweep. Bloodbath. Faint. Everything seems good.
Norton, and Norton, and Norton, 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 and Norton.
But yeah, like, okay, so before in Lancer I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 abilities, one of which I haven't even gone to yet. With Dragoon, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 more.
Well then. Oh, I just learned something about Andromeda.
What?
It's spoilers, I don't know if I want to say it.
Is it stupid?
Kind of tragic a little bit.
Oh, what, with like the developers or?
Kind of a mix of its sales and like DLCs and stuff like that.
They had some interesting DLCs lined up.
I don't. That's the problem. I don't know if like spoilery.
I mean, are we really gonna be playing through the entirety of Andromeda?
It's up to you.
I don't know. Just go ahead.
Apparently, the from what Ganon was just telling me. Sorry, Gandalf was telling me. Apparently, the game ends on a cliffhanger, and it was planned that the DLC was finishing it, but the bad representation of the game, they didn't bother making the DLCs, so they finished the game in the comics.
Oh. And how were the comics received?
I didn't even know it had comics. So take that what you will. That's always like a little tragic to me.
Yeah. However, a lot of the problems were within them thinking, well, we're BioWare, we can do it. We got that BioWare magic. And, you know, I only hope they can bring it back with Mass Effect 4.
Is there going to be a Mass Effect 4?
I mean, yeah, there was a trailer for it. Or like a teaser trailer. Where Liara picks up a piece of like an N7 armor and smiles. So I guess there's going to be some retconning in order.
It'd be cool if they just straight up confirm, oh, like, Shepard was indoctrinated at the end, so the ending didn't actually happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can only hope.
You know, be weird. I'd actually like this, but it's gonna be like a tragic kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If he was indoctrinated, that'd be pretty cool. If Part 4 had you create a character, I would love it if they let you pick the race, because I want to play as different races in that universe.
Yeah.
And Shepard being the bad guy.
That would be
kind
cool.
of like what happens with Mass Effect 1, where it's an
Spectre.
Spectre, and it's Shepard.
That would be cool.
Really tragic too. Yeah, I think it'll be a cool direction
As
to go.
long as they do the original character good.
Yeah.
And not like Pug Rider.
No, it has to be Pug Rider now.
Now it has to be Pug Rider? Oh, no.
Now it has to be Pug Rider.
It doesn't know. We made a monstrosity in Mass Effect Andromeda, we named it Pug Rider. And
yeah, it had scales.
We made a lot of lore for it.
I like that we also couldn't call it an it, because it certainly is something, but it sure is not human.
Now that I'm Dragoon, I'm gonna go out and do some quests.
He's got a face that even a mother would kill.
Mother would snuff.
It's like, no.
Just looks at it, just takes her pillow and just shoves it over their face. Yeah, no,
Yep.
I want
none of that.
I want another one.
And then Pug Rider like sneezes and the pillow melted.
It's like she tried to kill you. I like how even during an FF7, like an FF14 stream, we're still making more lore for Pug.
More lore. What was part of the other lore that we made? That
Her blood moves.
It-
Her blood
yeah,
is a
her-
living
her-
thing.
yeah, her blood gets hungry.
Sorry, its blood is a living.
What gender is Pug Rider? Doesn't have one.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna go check on the laundry.
Alright.
I'm back.
Oh, hey, dear.
Oh, hey, dude.
Oh, I got some videos for us to watch later today.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared.
It shouldn't. They're like these, I want to say they're meme videos of, Helltaker.
Oh?
But, yeah, but the person that made them, like, he's the one that drew them and does the animations for them. Some of them are actually really fun.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I was just trying to tell Gandalf a little bit about Pug Rider.
Oh, God. And what are his responses?
Let's find out. He's also excited for the next game in the series.
Like Mass Effect?
Yep.
Ah. Well, hopefully.
They couldn't possibly keep messing up, right?
Right?
He said sadly to himself.
He smiled.
Smiled knowingly.
Oh, no. I didn't want to say knowingly. It's like, no, it wouldn't be knowingly. That's too stupid.
Yeah, it is. I agree, that is too stupid, but that's definitely what was written. I still think that's my favorite line in that entire thing. I smirked knowingly.
Yeah, I need to look at what jump does.
Probably avoids all damage while in the middle of it, I'd assume.
Let's see. Delivers a jumping attack with a potency of 310. Returns you to your original position if attack is made. Cannot be executed while bound. You have my thanks, adventurer. A shroud hair? I see. I ask you only this, friend. Should you have occasion to meet Marset, speak nothing of this to her. As you research your source, unusual creatures being a specialty, were she to catch wind of shroud hairs lurking beneath, she would rip up every last plank until we had nowhere to stand upon. The woman treats us as if the wood whalers were her personal laboratory assistant. I will stand for this no more. I keep my distance from her and would suggest you do the same. Is that the bitch I talked to? Before that? Yep, it's her. Oh, God.
Hello there.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, I did.
Your
Hey,
boy's
hi,
finally
hi.
a Dragoon.
Are you? Oh, you are.
I'm a Durg.
He is now an official floor tank.
What?
Running gag in a community with Dragoons.
He's mocking you, is what he's saying.
Motherfucker.
I would never.
Hey, you would.
I play Dragoon. I can't even mock him without mocking myself.
When has that ever stopped you?
Stop it.
Fair enough.
How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing fine myself. How about you?
Doing alright.
Alrighty.
Doing some Wars of Stars. I'm doing a Star War Third Gathering.
I'll spin your adventure in A or Zima, or what have you.
Everyone's gay.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen all the gay cat boys running around?
Oh yeah. But soon, once Endwalker comes, the cat boy purge will begin.
Uh-huh.
Darn it.
You guys see those memes? It was like me petting my cat during an event. It was like me petting my cat during the third impact. We had the will to live, so we survived. I'm guessing you haven't.
No, I haven't.
Negative.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Wait,
Because,
what?
you know, and said I'm surprised you haven't.
But surprised I haven't what?
You mind repeating what you said?
Me petting my cat.
The meme that went around.
Me petting my cat before the wave of the nuclear bomb hits us. It's our final moment together. Me petting my cat after we survived the nuclear blast. We got very lucky.
No, haven't heard of it.
Me
I
petting my
is
cat
monkey
after third
brain,
impact.
remember.
Me petting my cat after third impact. Returned into LCL and decided to stay there. To stay. There's no pain and suffering anymore. We are happy.
Pretty cringe. I believe so. Is this what they call cringe?
There's one I saw that's like me petting my cat before the cat boy purge.
Oh. Oh no.
Well, we're probably going to be seeing a lot of people switch over to male VR so they can be little twinks.
I mean, you're right.
Compared to female VR?
I mean, people switch to female VR because of the legs. People switch to male VR because of the twink.
Tiny bunny loves gigantic bunny girlfriend.
I mean, when Shadowbringers did come out, I switched over to a bunny for a little bit.
Oh
but...
god.
Man.
So if Shay like plays when that comes out, is he just gonna have a cat girl called Cotton?
He already has a cat girl.
Sorry, bunny girl named Cotton.
I don't know. Maybe he has. Well, he had to. He doesn't even need the new expansion. He just needs Shadowbringers, and
Yeah,
he
I
can be
know,
a bunny
but-
girl. But he said he wasn't interested in 14, really. So
Oh, okay.
You know what's funny? He
Uh-huh.
doesn't like that one person can be multiple jobs.
I mean,
Wait, does he not?
He does not.
Huh.
I guess he doesn't like
Wait.
the idea. I mean, it's like that's fine. You can just one trick. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but then he kept complaining about it. And like I even told him, like you could just make one character per job then if you want. And he kept complaining about it.
What was exactly the complaint, though?
I think he likes building up a character from the very beginning.
Which, for a good majority of the classes, you can do. There's like,
I mean, yeah, you start a new class, you're at level 1 again.
it's like.
Yeah, I can't really understand the
Well-
complaint.
I was gonna say like a good majority of the classes stay at 1, but like right now it's 50-50. Like half of them start at level 1 because they're your starting classes, but the other half start at various levels because of the expansions.
I guess I'm naive because I still don't understand what this shit is. I'm like trying my
What?
hardest. I'm trying my hardest to see it from Shay's point of view.
I mean, it's Shay reasoning.
He's comparing it a lot to WoW, which this is not WoW.
Like you would say
Like-
this is more casual than WoW, right?
Yeah, 14 is 100% more casual than WoW.
And I told him that. He's like, no, you could play WoW casual.
You can do that too, but comparing that casually to this casually, 14's much more casual. If anything, I would dare say it caters to casualism a little bit too much.
I
My
kind of like
opinion.
that.
Like, you obviously didn't play, but like, from Heavensward to Stormblood, they dumbed down a lot of the classes, made them a lot more simpler to play. And then from Stormblood to Shadowbringers, they did even more so, which
I don't know how you
I
can say that
really
when
didn't.
I looked at the Dragoon fucking skills and there's so many of them. Are you telling me there was more than that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
There was more of them, and skills from other classes. Like, for example, Monk had a skill called what was it called? I can't remember what it was called, but it was pretty much a critical hit buff. And you could cross-class it to other classes. And now it's like a mandatory skill on pretty much any DPS, was to have a monk at like level 20 so you can grab that skill. Which, on one hand, was annoying, because even back then, for you, for example, to become a Dragoon, you also had to have a level 15 Marauder. Which they got rid of that, which I'm fine with. But at the same time, I kind of miss that ability to transfer some skills over from other classes to use on others.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It's just me. I kind of miss the complexity to some of the classes. And I kind of wish they didn't do so. I kind of hope they bring a little bit of it back in Shadowbringers and Walker. But I know they're not going. Huh?
Did they say they would?
No, but it's very doubtful that they will either. Like, I don't know if you even so much as looked at the tanks yet, but each tank has a tank stance. Back in Stormblood, they had a tank stance and a damage stance. They got completely rid of the damage stance in Shadowbringers. Which I found to be like... I personally liked it. I didn't really see the reason for tank stance back in Stormblood, because everyone just switched to their damage stance after like the first minute. At least your main tank did. Mm-hmm. Unless there was a warrior, and then in which case they main tanked in their damage stance, because fucking warrior was stupid. But it was just those minor little things that added a little bit of the tech and complexity to the classes that they got rid of in this expansion, and I'm kind of a little bit annoyed with it.
What's tenacity?
That is a tank-related...
Okay, never mind. I'll go for skill speed.
Thing. Skill speed, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what my next class would be. I was thinking maybe Archer.
Nothing to that.
Nothing. I'm just getting nothing from that, I guess. Alright.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you what class to play or not play. If you want to play Archer next, play Archer next.
What's your opinion of Archer, then?
I like it.
Then why were you so quiet?
Am I supposed to say something?
Just give your opinion on my thoughts, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, give your opinions on the class.
You're the one who knows this game more than me.
My opinion on the class is Yoshi, please buff it.
Oh. Are you telling me he's buffed Lancer more than that?
Huh?
Doesn't he hate Lancer?
I don't know.
Wait, why would he hate Lancer?
That's the thing around the community, is that he hates Lancer.
He does not hate Lancer. If that was the case, it would have not gotten half the unnecessary buffs this expansion it got.
Maybe it's just a meme.
It's probably a meme at this point. Archer / Bard, very fun class. Not necessarily in the greatest spot right now.
Yeah.
Like, you can definitely play it and you can do some meaty damage with it, but literally everyone's going to be asking for, like, can you play Dancer over a Bard? The issue with Dancer, though, is you're much more reliant on your team to make full use out of Dancer, which a lot of people don't understand. So, if you're wanting to play, like, a very team-heavy oriented class, and you don't want to be as reliant on your team, play Bard. But if you can trust, like, your team and specifically one individual on your team, play Dancer. But overall, I very much enjoy Bard. It's probably my favorite physical range. Like, Dancer and Bard are, like, tied right now.
What about Gunbreaker?
I don't play Gunbreaker. I despise it. I hate it.
You despise it?
I don't like it. As a tank,
what do you don't like about it?
It doesn't feel like a tank. Like, it has the tank stats, but it does not play like any standard tank, in my opinion. It does not play like a tank. It plays like a DPS, but you have tank stance. Or tank stats. I don't like it. Its mitigations are garbage, in my opinion. its team utility is next to none, really.
Okay.
It doesn't... For me, personally, I don't feel like Gunbreaker is anything but I just want to do damage as a tank.
Okay, what about... But it has guns.
That's all it does, is it does damage. It's mitigation, kit-wise, and everything else. I feel like it's the absolute weakest. And it's the... In terms of, like, actually tanking-wise, many people consider it the worst tank or second worst tank for actual tanking-wise. But, I mean, like, I don't hate people that play it. I really don't. But I, personally, myself, do not enjoy the class. I think it's just very boring. Hey, hey, face smash, go burr.
Is there a magic class you think would be good for me?
Summoner.
I heard Summoner is the most complex.
Summoner is definitely the hardest, but it's a very rewarding feeling when you get it right. I just got it to 80, so I don't know fully on everything on it. But I will say this. Before I leveled it, I always said to myself, I'm never going to play Summoner or Scholar because I hate pet classes. I'm on 80 with Summoner, and it's probably my favorite caster right now.
Where do I become a Summoner?
You have to go to the Arcanist Guild.
Okay.
And then at level 30, you will have two, not one, you will have two job quests that you can grab. One for Summoner and one for Scholar. Because both of them are based on the base class of Arcanist, and both of them share experience and everything. They don't share gear, but they share experience. So if you get level 40 on Summoner, your Scholar is also level 40. So, good in the regard that if you want to level a healer, you're also getting a DPS out of it, or vice versa. But both the healer and damage, both classes are like the hardest in their genre, I would say.
It's like the easiest spellcaster. Like magic user. Red mage?
Red Mage, yeah. Red Mage is very straightforward. Does a lot of damage and very straightforward. Not too much complexity to it.
Does it do the thing like in like classic Final Fantasies where it can like take enemy moves?
You're thinking Blue Mage.
Blue mage. Oh yeah, I am thinking blue mage then.
Blue Mage is in the game, but you cannot use it in raid. Not normally, at least.
What about the red, white, and blue mage?
That does
Wait,
not
why would they not allow you to use blue mage?
Because the reason why Blue Mage cannot be normally used in raids is because you are stealing the abilities of enemies, and this does include raid bosses. So if you can get like their super powered moves, a Blue Mage is suddenly like stupidly way too strong compared to the rest of the DPS or tanks or healers. It can't play all three. So like an example of a skill that they have is, or they can learn is, I think it's called White Wind. It pretty much takes whatever your current health count is, and it sends it out in an AoE of that exact amount. So if you had 70k HP and you use White Wind, everyone around you is getting healed for 70k. It's broken in that regard. So they cannot allow it in normal raids.
Sorry, I'm seeing two people RP. It's kind of cute.
Feeling kind of cute. Might delete later.
One of them is like, obviously looks like a tomboyish character, and they're wearing a dress, and they're like, I don't think I could be seen like this. And the other one's like, but it's so nice, and then they start clapping.
But another skill. Technically, they have a number of skills actually like this. Is something called. One of them's called Missile. Another one's called.
It's missile.
Tail Sever. They have another one, but I don't remember what it is. But pretty much all of them do the same thing. Is you will launch an attack at an enemy, and if the enemy is not a full-on immune to the attack, there is a chance it will drop them to 1 HP.
So you just hit them with Heartless Angel.
So you can see why now Blue Mage cannot be allowed normally in raid.
I
Now,
don't see anything wrong with it.
there is actually, though, and they added this, I think, shortly after they added Blue Mage, is the Blue Mage log. And in there is just a bunch of, like, challenges that you have to do. And you have to do them either solo as a Blue Mage or in a full party of Blue Mages to clear. And some of them do specifically have you go into the Savage Rage with a full team of Blue Mages. So it can be done, but normally, like, standard comp-wise, Blue Mage cannot be used.
But they just have a thing where it's like, okay, have fun with blue mages.
It's pretty much just that, yeah. It's just like, here's a really stupid way to have fun with it. Have fun with it. Now, one of the good things about Blue Mage, though, is in this overworld stuff, like the Fate grind and all that stuff, especially once you get to, for free, once you get to 50, 60, 70 capstones
80.
and stuff.
And the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14 Online.
Yes. You can start doing relics, and a lot of them have you do a lot of grinding out in the overworld like this, so you can use Blue Mage for them, for a good chunk of them. And where the other classes would have to do like Fate grinding and stuff, and it could take a bit of time, Blue Mage can just like blow through Fates like no other. Like they are not balanced in any rightful way. Once you get the right spells for them.
Because I do, whenever I do decide to like start playing it and everything, I definitely want to try Black Mage. I think I told you about that. Black Mage and Dragoon.
Black Mage is
Nuker, I'm gonna guess.
It's the nuke. It's the pinnacle burst class in the game. And is considered by pretty much a good majority of the community to be the highest skill class in the game. On its surface level, you just sit there and go, hey, my fire go burr. But because your cast times are so long and you're so reliant on pretty much just being a turret, understanding fights and knowing where you have to be the pre-position so you don't have to move later, is what's really going to come into play as a Black Mage. Like, if you are literally allowed to sit during an entire 10-minute fight in a raid and never have to move or do anything, a Black Mage completely blows everything else out of the water in terms of DPS. Maybe with the only exception being Samurai.
I do want to try
Also,
Samurai at some point.
I know the other one you told me about was Dark Knight.
Dark Knight's very fun. Dark Knight is my main
I also want to try Dark Knight. It's basically Guts, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think when you talk to me about it, you're like, you're gonna like it. It's the long sword of.
It's the heavy great sword, yeah.
Those are two different things.
Same thing.
They are
No,
not!
it's not. One's a long sword, and the other one's just a sword that's long. Those are two different things.
Mm.
You don't get to get away with this craze. Not with me. Would you call what Guts uses a long sword?
No, I call it a great sword.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even call it a great sword. I'd call it a chunk of iron that he uses on his back.
Isn't that the exact quote from?
Yeah, it's a slab of iron that no normal man should be able to carry, is what the description of it is.
Yeah.
But,
And it makes a hell of a sound.
Yeah, no, I want to try out Dark Knight. I want to try out Samurai. I might want to try out Ninja. Sounds fun.
So Dark Knight is my main tank. Very fun. I enjoy it heavily. But dear Lord, Yoshi buff it next expansion, please.
No.
Well, next is going to be all about Reaper. And Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper.
Really cool.
Yeah, Reaper is one.
Yeah, everyone and their mother's trying Reaper, myself included.
Yeah, obviously, you have a scythe for a weapon.
Right? Like, holy hell!
And you get to summon things, don't you?
From what we saw, yeah. We don't know how it's gonna work though.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that they're
No,
more...
no, hold on. Not only do you summon things, you have a transformation.
And
do you have a transformation? I thought it was just like an attack.
No,
DPS?
you have a transformation from what we saw. And yes, it's a DPS.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It's a new melee DPS. What's going to determine whether or not I actually play it is if it's going to be a greedy DPS or if it's going to be a team-based DPS.
Did you? Oh yeah, Yoshi P dressed up as a Reaper during the fan.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was great.
I was like, Bloodborne.
Basically.
I
think a lot of people were
no,
like...
we have Bloodborne at home. Bloodborne at home.
Bloodborne Home is pretty good too.
It is.
That's a game I wanna.
But
I wanna see more of again.
What?
I want a Bloodborne 2. Yeah, I want a Bloodborne 2.
No?
I'm honestly surprised they never said anything or did anything with it.
The
really.
most
Because they're not. They're making
making Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
But I think the most hit Miyazaki said like, well, let's see what the PS5 can do, and then I'll consider it.
I told you about the art book of a bunch of like artists.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, like one of them is my favorite so far, and it's one of those like, man, I really wish the game was this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because one of them was just the image that he had was of like the doll in the future after the ending. So there's just an image of the doll with like a robe and hood on her, holding Gehrman's scythe, and there's like tentacles coming out from one side of her, of like underneath the robe.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I want to see if I can...
And what? She's a boss fight.
She's the first boss fight in the game. Like your introduction is that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like your introduction is that you're meant to lose to her.
Oh, you're meant to lose to her.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
What? Crazy. You know what ninja's like?
Yes. So, the best way I describe ninja... Actually, here. You said you wanted to play ninja, Dark Knight, and Samurai. Or you wanted to look into them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Sam, I can't really help you with, because I honestly don't care for
Specs can help
Sam.
me with that. He does Samurai.
Okay. But for ninja and Dark Knight, if you're planning to play them, be ready to have the actions per minute level of a StarCraft 2 Korean pro player.
What? Like more than all the skills with Dragoon?
Yes.
and just pressing every button.
You're literally pressing so many buttons. It's not. I could load up 14 right now, and I could show you ninja.
You think that could work with controller?
I do it. I manage it.
Yeah, apparently controller actually feels like very comfortable.
It is, and like you can switch between all different kinds of hotbar sets really quickly. I just need to get used to it.
If you want me to, I can actually show you a cheeky little thing they have in here, but they don't directly tell you about it.
Oh.
So, pause your thing, or go to like character config, I think. System character config. Go down to hotbar settings. Go to, I believe, all the way at the end to custom. On the top, custom. R1 over. Enable expanding controls with L2 plus R2.
What is...
So, and with display L2 to R2 and display R2 to L2. So, the way that this works, it's going to take you a little bit of work to get with it. I'd recommend setting those up for crossbar, hotbar 2, and for left and right, because this is what I do. So, the way that that works is when you hit, say, L2 and then hold L2 and then hold R2, you will go to your second hotbar, but it'll only display like the left side of it, and vice versa if you hold R2 and then hit L2. So you have access to now. Hold on, you weren't done. Hold on. You're not done. Go back.
Okay. Okay. Oh, fine.
You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
So the second one down there, enable that thing when you double tap.
What?
So enable it. Set those ones up for cross hotbar 3. Same thing, left and right.
This is something I'm gonna have to get used to.
This is gonna be something you're gonna get used to, but it opens up a lot of stuff. Now hold on. I actually don't know how forgiving that is with the default for you. Like,
Fuck.
for me, like, its default was very tight, so you might not always be able to get access to it when you try it. There is a way to give it a little bit for forgiveness, so mess with that a little bit, see if it's a little bit too tight for you. If you want more general forgiveness,
This makes it so much easier, actually.
it does. This is why I love controller with this game. It gives you so much, but it
That's-
doesn't tell you this,
Yeah,
which
that's so good.
irks me.
God, it's even better than I thought it was.
Yeah, so like my friend, he does like holding R1 and then doing like the cycle through. That's what he does. I don't know how he does it. I do exactly what you're doing right now, and I get everything done like clean and crisp.
So this would help with Ninja?
It'll help with every class. Absolutely every class.
That's
Because-
so much helpful to me, because I was just switching between sets, and that was kind of a hassle.
Yeah, because so the way that I have my hotbar set up essentially is my first hotbar, my default hotbar, I pretty much never switch off of now, which is essentially what you have up. And it is pretty much filled to the brim with pretty much whatever that class is, it's pretty much filled up with whatever abilities are being used 90% of the time. So that would be your basic 1-2-3 combo, your damage buffing abilities, your jumps when you get them for Dragoon, and stuff like that. On the second hotbar, I set up my raid-wide stuff, my raid-wide buffs, and my AoE combo when you get them. And on the third bar, I set up my cross-class stuff. So like, so stuff like Feint, Arm's Length, Second Wind, the LB, Sprint, all that kind of stuff. That's generally how I do it.
I can see how I can set it up later. Whoa, that's a big link there.
I mean, like, I can also just like,
What is this? Is that the
So
art?
that's so that's the art. That's
Is that the doll?
so that's the doll off in the distance.
I want this so much. Why'd you show
And
me
then-
it?
And then the introduction cutscene to the doll boss fight.
God, is that supposed to be you in there?
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be
I'll
the
be
character
right back.
from Bloodborne 1.
They're never gonna do that.
And then I not even finished.
This is like seeing Ada was about to be in Resident Evil Village kind of levels of like, oh, I wanted that.
And the concept of like the first area. It would have like they talk about this area, and you get glimpses of this area in Bloodborne.
Oh?
Yeah, remember the Chalice dungeons?
Yeah.
There's one Chalice dungeon where it's all sand
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that. That's what this is based on. Because apparently this is where the beast blood came from.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I really hope.
Like, it's such a cool idea. Like, the first enemies you fight are ticks.
They're never gonna do it.
You never know.
Yeah, but would they make it this cool though?
That's a good question.
Okay, so let me go ahead and log in on 14, and I will share screen my stuff that I have set up on Dragoon, and I can even show you Ninja and
Can't you just walk to him and show him?
No, he's in
No,
a different
same-
data
same.
center.
Oh.
different data center.
Which is why I'm saying if you want to play this game, get the crystal.
Okay.
Well, come Endwalker, assuming we know the details that we know, and nothing's really going to change, regardless of what data center you're on, you can play with anyone then.
Yeah, it's surprising that they only decided to do that in Endwalker. It's like something that
Well-
they should have worked on for like much.
They probably didn't have the server capacity or the income to be able to do it. Only just recently they added the Oceania server, so, I mean, pretty much every major expansion, they've always done something with the data centers. I think in Heavensward, they allowed cross-data center parties, finally. Or that might have been the start of Stormblood, I don't know. So, like, any server that's in your data center now, which is Crystal, prior to, I think, Heavensward, they had to be on your world specifically to play with them. If they were not on your world, you could not play with them.
Hmm.
So they've been getting everything more and more up to date. But all the big, super big stuff happens at the start of the expansion, and the rest of it's just focus on adding more content to your expansion, buffing, nerfing classes, so on and so on. So that does. So as soon as I can log on in here and I can do a share screen.
I just thought you'd enjoy that, Free.
Yeah, I really do.
Trying to remember his name. Sunbro? No, yeah, I think it was.
Solaris?
No.
You said Sunbro. You said Sunbro.
Well, it's because it's a YouTuber. He makes like lore videos.
Oh.
He has like an entire video dedicated to like the top, I think 5, like art contests, and the ones that are going to be primarily in the art book. And you see like a bunch of them, and including he even talks about the lore bits as well. We can watch that tonight if you like.
Alright, so
maybe.
It's like 5 different worlds of Bloodborne that could be.
Okay, so I got my thing up and going.
Let's see.
Alright, so what are you wanting to see first? Dragoon, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so this is my Dragoon bar.
Dragoon bar.
Don't really pay much attention to how I have my stuff set up. So
Don't pay attention.
God, why is it so fucking small?
I like my shit
I'm
small,
judging.
right? Leave me alone. So, this top bar right here, if you wanted to show this, you'd have to set this up manually, but pretty much what this is, and it's the same thing across all my classes, is it just shows me the cooldown of everything that I have. So, let's say, for example, this skill right here, Battle Litany, it's not on my primary bar, it is on my secondary bar, I believe. Yeah, it's right here. But like I said, I don't ever open up this second bar, so having this right here is just a nice thing to say, like, hey, this shit's up in like 5 seconds, be ready for it. So, like I said, my primary bar is pretty much just all of the skills that I'm primarily using 90% of the time. So, my 1, 2, 3 combo, my dot combo, my jumps, Lance Charge, Life Surge, Blood of the Dragoon, you'll get that later, Jump, all that stuff. So this is all on my first bar. This is the stuff I'm using throughout every kind of fight or engagement, all the time. So my second bar is my AoE stuff. I have my backflip here as well because I can't fit it on my primary bar and I'm not using it all the time. But I have my AoE, my ranged attack, and my team-related buffs, so Battle Litany and Dragon Sight. I have a stun here as well because on my tanks, my stun here, so I just put it on my DPS as well. True North is also here. It's just kind of where I put it. You don't have to put it here. Just put it wherever you're comfortable with. And
No,
then
it's funny.
third, what's up?
So I don't know. I haven't played this game much, but even I've heard of True North.
Yeah, because every single DPS has it, and a lot of strats are based around True North strat.
True North.
So True North in terms of a boss strat is like you're always considering north, like no matter what. There are some strats where people will go boss relative. So if the boss was facing south, like that, then right here in front of the boss would be considered north. Some people do this. Some people do boss True North. It really depends on the people. But you'll learn if you start doing like extreme raids and savage raids and stuff. Anyway, and third hotbar is the cross-class stills, sprint, and limit break. So bloodbath, feint, arm's length, all that stuff. And like I showed you, I have the quick access to my stuff, so that I always have quick access to everything. So, and for as Dragoon stuff, you think you're hitting a lot of buttons on Dragoon, you're actually not. Dragoon actually has some of the least buttons to hit, truthfully.
Oh, great.
So, like, I don't know if you want me to show you, or, like, essentially, like, the full shit that you're gonna have at 80 if you play up till 80. Or do you just kind of want me to, like, move on or something?
Yeah, just move on.
Alright. What class do you want to see now? Ninja or
Yeah.
Dark or any?
Yeah, show me Dark.
Dark Knight? Okay. So, Dark Knight, same kind of premise. I have my basic, all my core stuff, same hotbar, 1, 2, 3. My gap closer. I have it. I have my extra 7th. I have my 5th and 7th hotbar set up to be quickly to change to my other classes. I also have stuff over here that I can click if I wanted to, so dark, all that stuff. Make sure it's not a shared no, make sure it is shared. I believe it has to be
How
shared.
do I know if it's shared?
Oh, that's what I'm checking now. Crossbar shared. Yes, they are shared. So, crossbar, hotbar 1, 2, and 3 are not shared. Everything else, 4 till 8 is shared.
What does that mean, shared?
So, if it's shared, no matter what class I pop on, these bars will always be the same. So, like, if you just kind of take quick looks through them all.
Yeah.
And then I were to switch to, say, I don't know, minor. Nothing changed on them. They're all the same thing.
Oh.
Only these ones have changed. So, anyway. So, kind of same concept on Dark as it is on Dragoon. My basic 1, 2, 3 is on my primary bar. My basic abilities that I'm using all the time are right here. My plunge is my gap closer. Abyssal Drain and Carbon Spit are my off globals. Similar to Jump, my buffs are Blood Weapon and Delirium. They're right here. All that stuff. Second hotbar, AoE combo, AoE stuff. Over here, it's all of my mitigation tools on tanks. This is true on all of them. If I had to switch to Paladin, or Warrior, or Gunbreaker, you would literally see essentially all the same abilities right here. Rampart would be in the same spot on all my tanks. Their heavy defensive cooldown would be the same spot. For Dark Knight, it's Shadow Wall. Their invulnerability would be in the same spot, so on and so forth. Okay. It's good to do this, so you don't have to like constantly fight your brain to remember where what is where. And then third hotbar, again, all of your crossroll stuff, so Arm's Length, Provoke, Shirk, Reprisal, Sprint, Stun, Limit Break, all that stuff. Same thing. And then Dark Knight presses a lot of buttons, but it's relatively easy once you understand all the buttons that you have to hit, but for the most part, it's pretty active in terms of its actions per minute, but it's not crazy. If that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Ninja. So, Ninja I have set up slightly different than my other DPS classes. So, first hotbar is still following the same thing. 1, 2, 3, my dot, my off globals, Tenchi Jin, all that stuff. All still the same. What changes here is my second bar. So, normally, my AoE combos are over here on this section. But for Ninja, I have them over here. And the reason why that is because right here is your mudras on Ninja. And these allow you to do a bunch of different abilities depending on which way you press these in. Mm-hmm. So, if I was to do blue, red, yellow, I would get something like that. But if I go in the reverse order, I get a damage buff.
You have a house?
No, this is my friend's.
Oh. I can't seem to go to the housing area.
You have to, like, go and unlock it somehow. I don't remember how.
Like, I have the quest to go to them.
You might have to go to the Aetheryte Crystal then and teleport there, maybe? That's how you get there? I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But aside from just this second bar here, with my AoE combo being on this side instead of this side, on this bar specifically, it doesn't change. Defensive stuff right here, Stun, True North, third bar, Sprint, Limit Break, all my other cross classes, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, nothing changes here. And no matter what class I go to, it really does not change. I can go over to Paladin, second bar, AoE. Doesn't really change. All my defensive cooldowns there, cross classes, yada yada, blah blah blah. And every single one of them also has this little bar up here at the top set up to show me my cooldowns. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to set mine up my own way at some point, but
It's definitely going to be like, figure out what makes it so that you remember everything. And once you get all of that, then you can really start getting everything into place and really get comfortable with it. And then once you get like that mental, like, hey, this is my 1-2-3 combo. Oh, I'm suddenly wanting to play Monk. Let me switch it up. Let me put his 1-2-3 combo here. Oh, now I'm playing Ninja. Let me put that 1-2-3 combo here in the same spot. That way, no matter what class I'm playing, it's always in the same spot.
right.
So, now, if you really wanted me to, I can show you the whole actions per minute bullshit on Ninja.
Do you think do you really think you're that much of a South Korean?
I mean, I played this in Raid, so
So no.
yes.
No.
And there you go. That's literally every button in like the span of 20 seconds, if not less.
Felt like more than 20. Felt like more than 20 seconds.
And it's roughly around that. It's like 15 to 20 seconds, roughly. Many button pressing.
It still interests me. It looks like it could be a lot of fun.
It's very fun. I do enjoy Ninja a lot. Did dailies reset yet? I think they did. They did. What?
What?
Someone canceled out of my queue. I had to reset it. How dare they?
No one wants a DPS.
That's a bullshit fucking lie. That's all you get is DPS.
Everyone wants to be a DPS. No one wants a DPS.
You know what people don't want ever? A healer.
That's
I mean,
No, they'll say they want a healer, crazed.
but they won't play
Wants
healer.
a healer.
I mean, I've been playing healer a lot more recently, so I've been getting better with it.
feels like a lot of responsibility.
It is. I also control everyone's life in my own hands.
Another reason nobody wants that responsibility.
Remind me never to have Craze be my healer.
Wow.
Well, the way you make it sound like, as soon as I make fun of you, it's like, okay, well, that's enough healing for you, Freelance.
I mean, I might let you drop to like 1%.
Isn't who's their healer gonna be in Star Wars? Was it you or Shay?
Does the Inquisitor have healing powers?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. We'll have to get back to it.
It depends on which Inquisitor you picked. Because Assassin is,
I think I'm an
you know,
assassin.
stabby boy. Oh, then you're fine. Then it's Shay which is, I believe, operative, which are the healers.
Alright, well, I'm gonna leave this stream you have here going because I don't want to watch whatever you're playing. I want to get there myself.
I mean, I could just look away from the boss. You won't ever have to see anything.
No, it's fine. Oh, I just joined a fate? Why?
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
just standing here.
Menacingly. Except you weren't menacing at all.
I'm menacing.
No. You're the opposite of what menacing would be like. You're like,
But I have a big
if
pointy stick.
if a puppy had a puppy, you'd be that puppy's puppy.
Oh, that puppy's
That's
puppy?
how. Yeah, that's how threatening you are.
I don't want.
And the dog just does the Dragoon drop.
Wolf.
What's the matter?
I popped something and the boss left. Maybe
Maybe you shouldn't have popped that. I think the game. Oh no, is it glitching? Okay, now it's no longer glitching.
Sounds.
Well, he is a monkey.
We're all
Oh,
monkeys.
Yeah, but he's more of a monkey because he called himself a monkey at a stream today.
I did.
Did you?
Monkey braid try to send things to space. Monkey thing succeeded.
Yeah,
Did you
that's.
succeed?
Yeah, it's,
I mean, I flew past the moon.
did you land on the moon?
Not yet.
Then you haven't even beaten America. And that's just embarrassing.
I mean, to go from my first time playing to passing by the moon in 3 hours, I think that was a win.
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you make your own ship?
I did.
I mean, there's that, I guess.
So why would I want to use jump?
Up is not jump?
No, not him.
Oh.
He doesn't matter.
Oh.
No attack opponents at 310. Turns you to original position attack is made.
Not be used while bound.
Yeah. So why would I use that over just like keep going with, you know, my true thrust, vorpal thrust, and then full thrust?
Because you can use that between those.
Oh. That's a, what'd you call it?
And off global, yes.
Would you like to try that again?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand.
Oh my god.
What?
People are being dumb. As per usual in this game.
Why? What are they doing?
Trying to, dropping AoEs on top of people.
When should they?
You'll
be
see a lot of stupid people in this game eventually.
I mean, I already saw one that just decided to run past all the enemies until we eventually had to fight all of them in one hallway.
In a dungeon?
Yep.
That's normal.
And I don't like it.
And was it the tank that did that?
I don't remember.
That had to have been. That's the only reason he would even do that. That's a big pull. It's very normal, honestly. I don't want no bosom, no. Partake of my life and my love.
I don't know why. The dumbest thing came to my head when you said that.
Why is that?
I just said I don't know why. But just a really stupid video just appeared in my head when you said those words. And now I'm replaying the video in my head, so, you know, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
God damn it. All I remember is that it was a Shrek video. And he was fighting Big Chungus.
Oh, is it that fucking...
Yeah, they had another part of it.
Oh, did they?
Where Shrek had to fight racism with the power of racism.
So yeah, it was his N-word pass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. God, that was so
And
stupid.
he had to fight Donkey.
Oh god.
But his racism was too powerful.
Oh.
How do people come up with these fever dreams?
I don't know, man.
Because I feel like I should know, and I don't.
Level 33.
Yeah,
If ever
you're old enough. You're old enough to almost drink.
Almost.
Almost.
I'm getting there. God, I'm way too like overloaded for some of these things.
You're 10 levels over, dude. Move on. Oh my lord.
Let me do what I fucking want.
No, now you're not allowed. Now you have to do what he wants.
You're not my dad. You're not my
Dude,
Although
he's
some-
literally doing everything. He's going to be 60 before he even leaves Heaven's Sword.
I don't see the problem. Is that an issue?
I mean, if he wants to do that, by all means, go for it. But if he's still on the free trial, he's gonna hit level cap before he's even like at the expansion where that level cap matters. Ow.
You okay?
No, I got slapped by a tank buster with no cooldown.
I'm sorry, I'm just experiencing the world of Final Fantasy here.
Zawado.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was experiencing the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV that's free up to level 60, including the expansion pack Heaven's Sword.
Yeah,
But
with
maybe
no
I'm
restriction- Yeah, with no restrictions on playtime. Jaw hurts.
Alright.
Well, I had a root canal yesterday.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I forgot about that already.
And then I sucked some dude's gigantic cock, and that hurt a lot.
Understandable.
Understandable.
My jaw would also hurt because of that.
You have a jaw?
I have something that resembles that.
I thought it was just tentacles.
I have something under there. Even I'm not unsure what it is.
The cosmos?
Maybe.
Alright.
I know it has teeth, whatever it is.
I was in the middle of something. Did you ask me something about like using jump or something earlier?
No.
Why would I use jump? Oh yeah, because I can use it in between attacks.
You can use it in between your stuff, yeah. Same thing goes for like popping your dance buff stuff, sprint, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think a week ago, maybe, roughly. Like any ability that has that like little timer thing to it when you hit it, like your true thrust or whatever it's called, heavy thrust, I don't remember what it's called. True thrust, yeah, your starting thing. And it starts that like little timer thing on a good chunk of your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
That's your global cooldown. So like if you want to pop into the stream again, I can show you.
No, I got what you meant when you like first explained it. I just need a reminder.
Okay, not a problem.
Investigate the suspicious presence.
Oh, woo. Oh, woes.
Don't do that.
I'll do it more.
Why would you
Oh,
encourage
well.
him?
Yeah, I can taste his suffering.
Oh, no, I do suffer.
No. You have to do a specific one or not at all.
Oh, no.
Yes, feed.
This bitch is gonna get the mute if he keeps doing this.
When quarrying strange armor, wow, that you
Son of a bitch! Muted. I can't.
Jag mjöre vad mjöre is.
We killed him.
I see, he's converting.
Oh
nice.
my god.
What was that again?
That's a freaking berry.
Oh,
It's forest!
my,
Oh my god!
I really just gotta
You
play
were
through
almost.
that. Or just like,
Yeah, I would. Just for some of those lines. You were almost a Jill sandwich. Haha, you're right.
you're almost a Jill sandwich.
You.
Haha, you're right, Barry.
Barry, you here? Yes. Jill, you're here too? Oh no, it was Barry, you're here too? Yes. Jill, you're here too?
Oh my god.
Barry, it's a monster!
Don't. Jill, get behind me.
That was the most powerful zombie in the game, considering how much shots it took from his magnum.
Yeah, took 3 shots from his magnum to take it down. And nothing else takes, like, the only thing that takes that is, like, bosses, I think. Because
Yeah.
I think you can kill hunters in two shots.
Yeah.
Oh, since I actually now just finally noticed it. That little quest up in the corner, my feisty little chocobo, that's what gives you your little action buddy out in the open world.
My action buddy.
Like your little pet that he can come out. Your chocobo, he can come out and help you in fates and stuff when you do that quest after you clear it.
That's supposed to be the quest for my level? My class?
No, that's anyone.
That's
It's normally supposed to be, yes, but that's also your chocobo now, I guess. I don't know. But Faisal Chocobo does sound like a very familiar name, so.
I'm not gonna be a part of this fate. You can't make mate.
But why?
Don't give me anything I need. Okay there.
Just. I don't want to be part of a fate. It gives you nothing that you need, as you're doing side quests that are 10 levels lower than you.
This gives me much more than a fate. Fates give me like 20 cents and like 2,000 experience.
Are the fates the same level as the side quest?
Not that one.
Then that would explain it. Then.
And also, because fates aren't off to the side at every fucking moment. They're only when I'm in their vicinity, so why would I even do it when I have other shit to do? Fates also don't give me lore.
Lore in my Final Fantasy game? How dare you?
I wonder what's in this suspicious box. Oh no!
Don't come. Don't come.
There's nothing
I don't want to die.
to do. Die.
There's nothing we can do.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
House of the Dead
House of the Dead 2.
Oh.
Just look up its voice acting, and you'll be better for it.
This
Is it
the
cringy?
final
Oh.
battle.
Yeah, like they're clearly speaking English, but I have no idea what language the voice actors originated from. This is the final battle.
Of mankind.
This is a prior of sin, don't you see? Mankind's original sin to disrupt nature.
I feel like I'm losing brain cells listening to you,
Oh
honestly.
boy, like I said,
boy.
just look up like a compilation of the best moments. of the voice acting. It's great.
Yeah, it's do
And
it right
well
now.
worth your
Do it
time.
right now. It's amazing.
Yeah, do it right now so we can hear reactions.
I know. I don't want that though.
Yes, you do.
You
I
do.
don't.
It might be your next OU.
No, I don't need to. I don't need you infecting me with another cringeful fucking
Go
thing.
on. Go on.
Infecting?
All right, what am I looking up?
Best of House of the Dead 2 voice acting.
Goldman.
The game isn't long, so there shouldn't be too much in there.
8:14.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah, the game, like I said, the game's not long. There's like not many voice acting in it, but all of them are gold. Just because of how they talk.
Yeah, it should be the 8:14 one.
wait, hold on. Did you want to watch this or something?
Nah, you can watch it.
I heard I heard like a booty doop, so I was like, did someone just pop into my stream or what?
That was me. I accidentally hit that.
Just go ahead and do that then. Hold on.
I think I'll do it live on stream.
Oh, you're going to? Then I'll join you in a second.
Let's take a little break just so we can watch this.
My God. It's so bad.
Oh boy, is it. But I love it.
Okay, we can stop that. Hold on.
Suffer like G did?
Alright, I'm about to play it.
There was nothing we could do.
My favorite line.
We're meeting G over
Ah.
there. Please be safe, G. How could anyone do this? G!
James, I tried. Don't underestimate the enemy. James, take this. Harry and Amy are coming to back us up. Hurry! Go!
Thanks, G.
Thanks, G.
I don't want to die!
What a die!
My God.
My God.
Don't come! Don't come!
Don't come!
Go away! Please, help him!
Don't kill me!
There was nothing we could do. G,
I just love that fucking line. Suffer like G did? It's like he's just asking a question.
Amy! Harry!
Thank God you're alright.
What the hell's going on in this city?
Don't know, but it's very similar to the 1990 Experience case.
That case?
James, go and prevent the confusion in the city.
Okay.
Let's meet at Sunset Bridge. We're counting on you, James.
No more fooling around.
No more.
Dogs of the AMS. Time they made a move.
No! Help me! Need to hurry.
No! Help me!
Thank you for rescuing me.
Who just arrested you?
What?
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 Mom,
What the? Amy! Harry!
I was looking for you, James.
What's going on? The city's chaos is increasing.
Well, it's about that. It seems like Goldman.
What? Harry, talk later. Don't care who it is, no one's gonna get away with this.
It's been a while, hasn't it? My friends from the AMS. It's me, Goldman. James, back me up.
Okay.
Are you all right, James?
Yeah, I'm hanging on.
The water gate's still blocked.
Harry, looks like we can go around from the right.
Hurry and run to somewhere safe. Thank you.
Yes, this is Amy. Yes,
Hurry and run.
yes. It seems that Goldman left a message for us.
What? From Goldman?
Well, he says that he'll be waiting at the Colosseum on the north side of the city.
The Coliseum? Might be a trap. But let's go on.
James! Over there! James! Over there! Ah!
What the? James, you
What
go
the?
find the underground passage. We'll go this way.
Okay. My friends went inside, but they're not back yet. I told them not to go. What is it? James.
James, come quickly! Something terrible is happening! Ah!
Amy? What happened, Amy?
Everything's set. All we need to do is wait.
What happened to Amy and Harry? Have to hurry. Help me! Help me! I'm not gonna let you get away. Too late.
That man's fucking dead.
Power's still coming. Is this the Colosseum?
People of the AMS. I am Goldman.
Goldman.
I don't care if you people try to get in my way or not. In time, you'll find out who's right. This is a present from me to you. Look, at your right. Well, friends, I look forward to meeting you people again.
Amy, Harry, are you
Yeah,
all
Goldman
right?
has like the
I'm all right.
weirdest like voice acting in the entire game.
No!
James!
Just wait till the final speech.
The car's parked in the city
Dun, dun,
square.
Dun,
The
dun,
top
dun.
floor. Building at point A0063. He's there. Go, James!
Thanks, Harry. Goldman, I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
Our Emperor shall awaken soon. Hurry, friends.
Point
Has such a monotone fucking voice.
Is just ahead. It's too quiet. This must be the car. Let's hurry. You! Remember,
Go,
there's
Carl.
no such thing as a second chance. Too bad. You're better off that way. Prepare yourself, Goldman. So this is Goldman's headquarters. What? Can't be. You're...
I've been waiting for this time to come.
Yeah, I freaking love this guy.
He's from the first game, wasn't he?
Either
Yeah, he
I
was.
give you, or the Emperor will. Either way, your fate is in our hands.
Only man
We're
himself can control its fate.
Right.
You're nothing.
I pause.
At last, you've come. Friends.
I guess pause. Yeah, I want him to hear the speech.
Alright. Back to game for a moment. Are responsible to. What walking one wants this one to return to Los Altos? Don't make this one laugh. This one is wary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on walking ones for everything. No better than those ones that summoned a primal one. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this is a likely place to build a home, but then meddling one arrives, forces this one to go deeper into forest. Meddling one is forbidden from following this one. Away with meddling one. Get back here, you son of a bitch. What? Collector refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest? But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful one must hurry. Hurry and find Claxio. Helpful one should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead one to Claxio. But hurry, hurry before touched ones take Claxio away.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
You should look that one up after.
Yeah.
It's the voice acting of Resident Evil.
It's a weapon. It's very powerful, especially against living things.
I still think my favorite exchange is the Jill sandwich.
You were almost
a
Jill sandwich. You're right.
You're right.
Kind of ruin it in the remake, but still, they're pretty fine, I guess.
Yeah, well, they try to make them sound normal in the remake.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah. It's like the the goofiness was just too good.
I hope if they ever do a remake of a remake, they try and bring some of that goofiness back.
Like, I think people have told them it's like if you ever want to do like certain remakes, like just keep the original dialogue as like an option.
I don't think that would work if they did a remake.
Anything can work.
Because they would add new story bits, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. I do know that they added a little bit more with the remake.
Yeah, they had the Lisa Trevor. They added, like, I'm pretty sure a whole side thing where, like...
That's right, yeah,
Yeah.
Almost forgot about Lisa Trevor.
Wait, never...
They just added, like, a nemesis to a game that didn't have it.
I just don't remember Lisa Trevor following me around that much in my playthrough. I think it was only that spot, and then I never saw her again.
Hey, welcome back. We wanted you to see the ending
Yeah, we could...
of this.
Switching back.
Okay.
No, seriously, this is the best part. This is the part we were hoping...
That we were
yeah.
making fun of.
Yeah.
The door of fate shall open.
It's like they're inviting me in. No turning back now. What is this place?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
Goldman! Do you know what you're doing?
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can't you see?
Can't you...
Man committed a sin, disturbing the life cycle of nature. The original sin that man is responsible to protect the life cycle. I have made a creature to rule over mankind. This is the final battle. Show yourself.
Oh.
Our new ruler, the Emperor.
The Emperor.
I am the one who rules over nature. I shall destroy
And hate
mankind. I am the Emperor.
Goldman!
Friends, it is not over yet.
Is that all you have to say?
In time, a successor will come. Farewell, friends.
It's finally over. Goldman, I don't care if a successor comes or not. I'll go on fighting. As long as we have the will to live. Goodbye, Goldman. Thank you.
like all the people you save supposed to be in the background?
Yeah, I
They
think
just
so.
got together and...
They just decided. Yeah, we should hang out here in the back.
Let's see...
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Mention.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that
Don't
door!
open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, Can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
No.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert!
A dining room.
Dinosaurs.
We still need to watch that.
Yeah.
What?
Dinosaurs.
What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Chris's blood.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this.
Can't believe I was totally right about the 3. It's been so long and I still remember the gunshots.
What is it?
What is
Kenneth
it?
was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
Wesker!
Wesker!
Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
Haha, you're right.
Oh.
What?
Rebecca, what are you doing in this
Really?
place?
What is this?
Stop it! Don't open that
Don't
door!
open that door!
What is it? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Chris's blood.
What is it? What is it?
What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you. That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich. Don't scare me.
That's what I was going to say.
But just take a look at this.
Yes!
It's Forrest. Oh
my god!
It's awful.
It's awful.
I'm going to find out what caused Forrest's death. It looks like he was killed by a crow or something. Whoa! This hall is dangerous. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we? Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful. Especially against living things.
Hey, what is this?
This house is dangerous. There are terrible demons.
Ouch! You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake, and also poisonous.
I told you, don't worry. I'll just go and get some fresh air and be eaten by a monster.
You saved me.
Yeah,
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
That's what I was going to say.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
Can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Jill, you're here too.
Yes, you're here too? How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
This is really beautiful. All this power will be mine.
For the sake of an awful creature?
Don't be upset. All weak people exist to be eaten. Don't come this way! No!
Hi, Jill. It's you.
Barry?
I'm really embarrassed to see you now. Just leave me. Go quickly.
It's over.
The most natural.
Wesker's dead.
Is that so? Jill, will you do me a favor? This is my last wish. Please give this photo to my family.
My God!
Oh no, you must be kidding! After we've come all the way here!
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Chris!
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Your wife?
Yeah, my wife and kids, they always wait up for me. Even today, eldest daughter.
You get to play as later.
Don't worry about that. I know he must still be alive.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's
Alright,
probably...
gentlemen, I'm gonna bounce out. I'll probably lay down for the night.
No!
Alright, man.
Right. I will catch you all later.
What is that?
I'll go and check.
Be well.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh!
What?
Oh no!
Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but I
see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca? Can you play? Wait, what is that? See? Just relax and play. Rebecca!
I know, but just a little longer. Chris! Chris! You like it?
Oh, that was great.
Oh, no problem.
What is that?
It's a monster.
Richard! No!
Richard!
Rebecca,
Richard!
be careful.
Richard! Richard! Are you...
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem.
I can treat you, except for your major injury. Would you like me to?
Yes, please do something for me, temporarily.
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
Rebecca!
Chris!
Thank God you're safe.
I'm sorry that you were worried about me.
We are in
Put her
great
like that one
danger.
movie, but she was a damn.
We must organize a search for the others and get the hell out of here. Understood?
Yes, sir!
Okay, I'll go first. Proceed with your own judgment. All right? Can you do it?
Proceed with your own judgment.
Good luck.
Enrico!
Puerto Rico.
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser.
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there?
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. Would you like to see it? Come with me. I'm sorry for my lack of manners, but I'm not used to escorting men.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior? You can't kill me!
Look at those monsters!
Okay, I trust you.
Trust me!
Are you tired, Rebecca?
Sorry, Chris. I am.
You did a really good job. This case was just too weird. This case was...
Was it?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I just got a call from my job. Because my car will be out of commission because it's getting fixed, they decided that they would rather have me reapply in 2 weeks to the job.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's fine. As long as I still get the job in the end, that's fine by me. It just kind of sucks that all this happened.
Yeah, sorry. There's no other way you can get there?
I mean, if I rent a car, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather not pay any more money than I have to get into my job.
Gotcha.
Because I apparently have to pay for parking.
Do you even as a?
They said that they would validate a ticket, but some reviews said that's only half of. They'd only pay half.
Gotcha. Seems a bit weird, but alright.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What are you gonna do?
Kill a murder.
But... No. I don't think that'll help me.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
But they very much pushed for me to call again in 2 weeks, so I think they really do want me to come and join their workforce. So there's that.
And nobody lets me have any fun.
I'm sorry, murder is just not good.
Murder is no good. Remember, kids, it's not cool to be a murderer.
no good.
That's no good. Oh, soul. Alright, man. Go for a little bit.
Alright. Come back after dinner?
Probably, yeah.
Alright. Probably the
Alright,
same for
man.
me. Alright, see ya.
Later.
Get out of here! Oh. This one is safe? This one was so scared. Caxio. This one has been worried, so very worried. Is Caxio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Kumuxio? And meddling one as well. Why are these two here? Good thing I have 10 minutes left. See Kane rescue Caxio. Caxio is safe. That Caxio is safe fills one with joy. Kumuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing and becoming friendly with the other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones were. These ones are, like touched ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling, helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Kumuxio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. What say we return to Little Solace as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. On the chocobo. Just a big bug. Excuse me, all the zizzes out here. One thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful one saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful one is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful one is a hero to these ones. Helpful one will bring these ones and walking ones close together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful one to see Elder One. Elder One is Yes, one may promise to take a kind one to the other one. Yes, this one cannot. As Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into the forest yesterday, but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes in the forest, but never for this long. Kind one will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscaron. Buscaron may know what happened to Elder One. This one will talk to Buscaron, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would one kind one talk to Buscaron for this one? And kind one comes from Gudania, yes? In Gudania lived many kind ones, yes? This one begs a kind one. Please go to Gudania and ask fellow kind ones for help. And please hurry, these are not safe until Elder One returns. I heard Buscaron. Why do you need me to talk to... You just want me to go go straight. No, didn't mean to. No, I want my minion back. Really does suck, but I mean, there's really nothing I can do. I need the car to be repaired. The bumper's kind of fallen off. It's kind of like poking out a bit, and I don't want that to mess with anything. I'm leaving. So, yeah, but I hope. I mean, I'm sure they'll have me come back. That's fine by me. And I completely understand. I don't know what is it. Okay. No, Trevor Master, how far to my ears, but still tries. The others gone missing, you say? Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure that the cells on our sharp-side serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I'd ask you to call upon Yamoko at Brent Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the wood whalers are needed in search effort. Look at you. I'm already out. Come on, let me up. Uh-oh. 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 Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? There we go. Sorry not, friend. The wood whalers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. Alright. His name is Celestial Bandit. Alright, adventurer. We have fine grub but decided, not here to fill your belly yet? Ah, hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph looking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it be the elder you seek. Fucking pirate. And it's all like sort of painting one red and another one blue. Most folk would struggle to tell the two of them apart. If the time, mayhap you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. See what the gods have in store. You never know. You might even stumble upon this sylph elder yourself. Not so far to get, but I'm sure it's only that time. Meantime, how about doing a favor for the phone? Alright then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight and you can pull him off. Oh, what do you mean no fighting? That's what film was. Yeah, I know the rules. That best needs to be the skin for now. Bar a whole race of people from brothers for the seats of the field. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and get the piece is welcome, don't you think? What the fuck? Yeah, for patron for your artisan. Fine. I have a favor to ask of my own task. It's a kicker and friend of mine, you see, named Teteroon. Good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him fallen in the shroud, and they died in all the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at my druthers for a spell after that, got to talking about striking out on his own. He did, and not long after cast his lot with a merchant bound for Lanosia. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here and came across something of his, the scarlet earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have just forgotten it when he left. So I'd like to see that it gets to where it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine can. A Rogaden ho named Bainsing. You can find him on the Hawker's Alley in Limsa. He knows everything of the comings and goings of merchants there. What's going on over here? Ah, it's an exposition. Well, I take it. God. Looks like I can actually just go over to like one of those housing areas. I couldn't find it. Okay. Whatever. I'll find it later. You found your way to Hawker's Alley, friend. Kikrin, what worked at the Druthers? You speak of Teteroon. It's that Kyorun bloke just over there by some blood or another. Two of them put them together and were making good coin, but Teteroon up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kyorun himself. You can be tight of lip, though, I warn ye. Best to take this chicken egg with ye. Little bastards love the bloody things. You're welcome. Not customer, not come accustomed. Kyorun busy with business, too busy for blather. Here's a chicken. Chicken egg! Kyorun love chicken egg! Love chicken egg more than love customer! Looking for Teteroon? Teteroon no here no more. Teteroon leave Limsa. Teteroon go look for Sparklies. Now working at Trading Post. Good Trading Post. Forget where Trading Post is. Weinbug no Teteroon. Weinberg no Trading Post. Weinberg at Ferry Docks. Go to Ferry Docks. Okay. There, I see him. That is to say, I saw him. Headed somewhere up north by way of the ferry to Aleport, or Airport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here could take you there. Alright, take me to Aleport. Airport. Oh, it's over there. Very nice, I saw him. Let's say I seen him. He took himself north, to Skull Valley into Oakwood. Was looking for a place to buy his fellow kicker. At Memaroon. Memaroon. What do you do? Yes, wait. What does it give me? That is something I could go for. I could go for that. That's it. Just for delivering a hot box of lunches to some dude? Really? For some sweet pants? Nice. This is pretty. I like bumps and lunch. Very cool. You. I'll say the fossils never gave any thought as to how I take in my meals, or at the time, nor the materials to cook on my own, so the training post has been a godsend. I'm always happy to be on the receiving end of a nice hot box lunch. Let's see how this looks. Fits? Fits perfectly, actually. Just need some. Oh wait, no, he has something. Can he? Is he gonna give me gloves? Well, that's out of the way. So I'll go back to finish that one quest. Yes, hello, Tetraroon, here you go. Looks so dumb. Oh, Tetraroon dead without good Buscaroon. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Citron make cooking firewater for Buscarine. Buscarine love firewater. There are many thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Oh. Oh, we're here. Oh, wow. Is that a dragon? Never mind. Never mind. No, nothing. You have to discuss how I stop. I'm tired. Wow, I look like such a fucking edgelord. Let's go ahead and look. Ooh, up in copper. No. Not even. Not even. Just just finish off that one class before we decide to call it. I'm getting tired and I want to lay down a bit before dinner. Oh, it was just one round. Okay, I thought it had to be two. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for this. Next time, I'll just continue the main class until you actually get to the part where, you know, the level I am is at the level of the quest I'm doing. Yeah, come, let us have a look. There you go. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to follow me on Twitter, StreamAt7, the 7 sold out. I'll be sure to be doing a lot more streams this week. We'll see. Well, next week. We'll see. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.